Good evening and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 7. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. We hear from the family of a victim in a recent domestic violence incident, what they told us following the death of the woman and her baby. Plus, part 3 of our series regarding the efforts to tackle COVID-19 by Edwards Air Force Base, how spouses are helping out in this time of need. 23 ABC News at 7 starts right now. It has been just under a week since 34-year-old Audrey Rivera, better known as Audrey, lost her life after a domestic fight with her on-again, off-again boyfriend, 36-year-old Javier Vidal. She was 9 months pregnant at the time, and police say after shooting Audrey, Vidal kidnapped their 2-year-old Elias, triggering an Amber Alert. Now, Elias was found safe a short time later, and Vidal was soon located by KCSO. Following a shootout in southwest Bakersfield, Vidal was pronounced dead at the scene. The family has shared that Audrey's baby, Josiah Adrian, was taken off of life support on Wednesday and took his last breaths while being held by his grandmother. Audrey leaves behind 3 other children, including 2-year-old Elias, who has since been reunited with his family. The celebration of life for both Josiah and Audrey is scheduled for April 24th, and a private burial will take place the following Saturday at Hillcrest. The family is asking for the community to help celebrate their lives next Friday by doing one of Audrey's favorite activities.
Audrey loved to take a drive. She loved to take a drive, listen to her music. That was her thing. And so as a family, we're asking that anybody that would like to join, meet at Hillcrest in the Rose Garden parking lot around 12:30 next Saturday. And we will take a drive from Hillcrest through Hart Park a few times.
The family says they are thankful for the community's continued support and prayers, but are still asking for privacy at this time. Coming up tonight at 11, we're going to hear more from the family on how they're coping with this incident. Well, more than 200 people have recovered from the coronavirus in Kern County as the number of positive cases in the county reaches 587. According to Public Health's website, 578 residents and 9 non-residents have tested positive for COVID-19. The death toll remains at 3. 212 patients have recovered from the virus and 4,356 tests have come back negative. Officials also reporting that more than 3,400 tests are still pending. This week, we've seen examples of how a special laboratory at Edwards Air Force Base is getting creative in the fight against the coronavirus. And tonight, 23 ABC's Austin Westfall shows us how spouses are answering the call to help their military mates face a new challenge.
As we've been reporting, there are many jobs at Edwards Air Force Base that require airmen to work in close quarters, and those airmen need masks. The problem is there's just not a lot of masks available right now. Yesterday we looked at their makerspace lab and how they're 3D printing masks. Now we're going to take a look at another group that's making them a different way. The Aircrew Flight Equipment Group at Edwards Air Force Base would typically be constructing, repairing, or inspecting life-saving equipment for the base's pilots. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, instead of stitching up parachutes, they're making face covers.
We started with maybe 25, and then we doubled that, and then just yesterday, we're making about 133 a day.
When we met them, the airmen were filling a 600 mask order for the base's maintenance group, and we're getting ready to fill more orders. The masks mostly being made of salvaged parachute material and other cotton items like clothes donated from the Edwards community.
The base commander didn't come down and say, you will do this, you will fix this problem. Instead, we had airmen with a passion and a desire to help.
And it's not just the airmen helping out, it's their spouses too. Although not working on the base, many within the Edwards Air Force Base Spouses Network were some of the first to step up.
They had already started kind of galvanizing together and making masks for the base populace before we started this process.
The spouses are handling smaller orders while the 10-person team handles the big ones. Edwards officials say Secretary of Defense Mark Esper encourages homemade masks for now until more supply becomes available. Until then, this production line at Edwards will continue.
We're open to helping out, and we're going to keep this going until we've met that point of either something changes or everything's moving in a positive, or we no longer need to have masks, hopefully.
And that's going to wrap our 3-part series looking at how Edwards Air Force Base is responding to this COVID-19 pandemic. If you want to see our pieces about how they're using robotics to fight the pandemic or how they're 3D printing masks, you can go to our website, turn23.com, or you can visit my Facebook page, Austin Westfall 23ABC. But for now in Bakersfield, Austin Westfall 23ABC, connecting you.
All right, Austin, thanks for that. We're going to take a live look outside at downtown Bakersfield. Wow, those clouds really making for a gorgeous sunset this evening. We know Kern County saw some pretty good rain earlier today, so let's check in with 23 ABC's meteorologist Allison Gargaro, who's been tracking that storm. She's joining us now with a look at our forecast. Hey, Allison.
Hey, Jess. Yeah, we were seeing that rainfall a bit earlier this afternoon, but it is calming down as we head into the evening hours. So this not too impressive of a storm system. It looks like most of the action is staying well north of the Kern County line. Some of those areas near Fresno are seeing isolated thunderstorms rolling through, and we could be seeing a bit more of that as we head into the evening hours. But right now, really just cloudy conditions. Some of the clouds in the mountains could be squeezing out some light rain, but you can see that action is well to our north. But what this storm system has brought is fresh air and much cooler temperatures. We're down 15 degrees from this time yesterday here in Bakersfield, down 11 in Tehachapi, down 16 in Kernville, and down 18 in China Lake. So no, we're not going to be seeing these cool of temperatures tomorrow, but it's still going to be staying below seasonal. Now, as we head into the overnight hours, tracking the chance for some more of those light scattered showers, potentially a thunderstorm or two as well before a dry weekend ahead, and then more rain is on the way as we head into early next week. Now, ridging will be taking place. That means high pressure is going to be bringing a bounce back in temperatures to near seasonal as we head into your Sunday. But thankfully, air quality is going to remain in the good range tomorrow, an AQI of 42, and you can expect a cool morning, 58 degrees at 8 a.m. up to 67 by noon, and only a high of 70 degrees tomorrow. That is going to be up 2 degrees from what we were feeling today. Near seasonal on Sunday with a high of 74 and the return of the low 70s by early next week as that next storm system rolls right on through. This one looking to be bringing maybe a few hundredths of an inch of rain, very similar to the system we are seeing today. But by the time next weekend rolls around, it is packing the heat. You could expect a high of 86 degrees on Saturday and Sunday. That would be close to one of the warmest days that we have been feeling so far this year. 62 in the Kern River Valley tomorrow, and in those mid 50s in the South Mountains. So a bit cooler and some more rain on the way before we are going to be seeing the return of those warm spring-like conditions.
All right, Allison, thanks. Well, Comic-Con is the latest event to be canceled amid coronavirus concerns. The July gathering typically draws 125,000 attendees to San Diego over 4 days. It started 50 years ago as a celebration of comic books. It mushroomed exponentially in recent years to encompass a variety of pop culture. Now, movie and television studios also started using the convention to promote their upcoming projects. This is the first time in Comic-Con's history it has been canceled. It is scheduled to return in 2021. A state hotline is trying to help Californians quit smoking to reduce their risk of the coronavirus. The California Smokers Helpline is offering a 2-week supply of nicotine patches to help California residents quit smoking. Studies have shown that people who do smoke are at a greater risk of more severe symptoms of the coronavirus, and that requires hospitalizations. For more information, visit nobutts.org. The city of Tehachapi is doing its part to bring hope to its residents during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. We spoke to Mayor Susan Wiggins this morning about the city's new Hope Lives Here decals.
Instilling hope into our teenagers and working with them, because in the last 2 years, we've had 3 teen suicides. And that began the discussion. And then when the pandemic hit, then we got, really working on this theme of hope that we wanted to have for Tehachapi. And we came up with...
Wiggins says they started making and printing out Hope Lives Here decals and stickers. The city then made banners with that message and have been putting them all around town. Wiggins added that they say Tehachapi is now a city of hope. She says she didn't think it would take off like it has, but she's happy to see those results. You can pick up the decals at City Hall Utility Payment Drop Box in Tehachapi. Well, with the end of the year activities canceled, 23 ABC wants to recognize as many grads as we can with our Congrats to Grads segment. This is Sydney Blackburn from Tehachapi High School. Her family says, we are super proud of our daughter for all of her accomplishments and her positive outlook. A big congratulations to you, Sydney. You're watching 23 ABC News at 7. We'll be right back.